What is going on, guys? It is Snipe City here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the EA Sports NHL 20 Top 50 Player Rating Reveal, whatever you want to call it. They have released the first 10 players, I believe, so 50 to 41, like via Twitter or Instagram. So we're gonna be reacting to those. I'm just quickly gonna go onto their page as you saw before. So now here's the top 20 list. So let's take a look and basically give my reaction and first opinions and comments on the first top 10 players. Now I think Mike is gonna be doing the next top 10. So when they release tomorrow, I believe, so he'll be doing number 40 to 31, and then I'll be doing 30 to 21. He'll be doing 20 to 11, and then I'll be doing 10 to 1. So that in the next couple days, you guys will be seeing those videos coming out. So starting it off, nope, that's Liam Kirk. Alright, nice job. Pretty good. And Brady Kachuk, okay. So starting it off, Dylan Larkin at 88 overall. Now I think that is a pretty fair overall to give Dylan Larkin. He did pretty good last year, I believe. Yeah, last year he got 73 points in about 76 games played. The year before that he got 63 points. The year before that he got 32, and in his rookie year he got 45. So he's been steadily getting better and better on a Detroit team that's not too good. So I think this is a pretty fair rating to give him. And yeah, let's head on to the 49th player in this ratings reveal. Okay, so number 49, Frederick Anderson. Alright, for Toronto, obviously. Now, Freddie Anderson, I would give him a nice 88 overall, but I definitely think he improved from last year. He's gotten definitely more recognizable as one of the top goalies in the league, while there's still a handful more goalies I think are better than him, including Carey Price, Vasilevsky, and Holtby, obviously, that's the other guy. Alright, number 48, PK Subban. Now, obviously, he didn't do as well as expected last year, hence why he gets traded to the New Jersey Devils. I think he'll fit in well, hopefully, down there in New Jersey. Now, 88 is, yeah, that's a fair rating to give him. I think that, is that a -1 from last year? I believe it's -1 from last year. But Subban, considering his injury and everything that he had last year, I think that's a pretty fair rating to give him. Obviously, I don't like usually when EA does that, when a player gets injured and they drop their overall due to that. But in this case, he didn't do as well as expected this year because he only got 31 points with New Jersey, even though he got injured. But hopefully he'll get a rebound year next year, maybe getting 60 points, helping the Devils secure a pretty decent spot in the Met. Number 47 here, Sebastian Aho, the offer sheet man himself. 88 overall, I think that might be a bit high, just to consider the fact that he's like, what, 21 years old. Last year, even though he did do really well, he contributed pretty decently in the playoffs. And he did get 83 points last year, so that's definitely nothing to be say bad about. But he's only been in the league for 3 years, 88 overall. Like, Sebastian Aho, I think that's pretty fair. I would personally give him 87, and then if he does good again, maybe give him 88, 89. But I think 88 is pretty fair. We'll see how he does this year with his new 5-year contract. And then at number 46, I actually like this one quite a bit. Jonathan Huberdeau with Florida, obviously. Now, he's a pretty underrated player, I would say, in Florida, alongside of another pretty underrated player in Barkov, who I think overshadows Huberdeau by a bit. Huberdeau and Dadonov. So Huberdeau did pretty good last year, getting 92 points in 82 games. He definitely is going to do good again this year, no doubt about it, especially with the fact that Florida should be a better team in general. And he's been getting better every year of his career. He's been sticking with Florida for a long time now, and I think that's a pretty fair rating. It's a pretty underrated player in my opinion, and I think 88 is pretty good. Alright. Okay, so then coming in at number 45 spots, we have Morgan Riley. Okay, now The thing with Morgan Riley is that he is the number 1 D-man in Toronto. Obviously, number 2 would be Tyson Barrie. Number 3 would be Jake Muzzin. Number 4 is Cody Ceci. Maybe if Jake Gardner goes back there, like really cheap, which I can't really see happening. But so Morgan Riley, I believe he got, how many points did he get last year? Like, what was it? 7. Did he get 70 points last year? Yeah, 72 points last year in 82 games for Toronto. Now, besides the 72-point season, he got 50 points in 2017, and besides that, he hasn't really proven to get 88 overall. I would say he should deserve an 87, more something like Aho. I just think he should get one more year to like really solidify himself as the elite potential, because like I think 88 and over, you are considered a pretty good player. All right, now coming in at the number 44 spot, we have got Jack Eichel. Now this, I would say, is a pretty good rating for Jack Eichel. The thing about Jack Eichel is that in the recent years of the NHL games, obviously, EA has definitely not been doing justice to Jack Eichel. I think 88 is definitely what he deserves. Second overall, he just finished coming off a pretty good 82-point season in 77 games, so he over a point per game. That's pretty good with Buffalo. Now, while this was the best year of his career so far, and he's gotten like 60 and 50 points the past couple of years, I think he's definitely going to start doing much better in Buffalo. Now he's got a bit more experience. He's the captain, obviously. I think he can definitely prove to be that true number 1 center. I think 88 is a pretty fair rating. Okay, now coming in at number 43, we have Phil Kessel with the Arizona Coyotes now. Now, even though he had a pretty good season with 83 points with Pittsburgh, obviously the result in the playoffs didn't really pan out. The relationship with the coach and maybe with some of the teammates wasn't as expected. And I think with this new move to Arizona, him being the number 1 guy there and having a coach that he knows pretty well and they can work pretty well together, I think 88 is pretty fair, and maybe he can even go up to 89 as the season goes along and new ratings come out with updates and stuff like that. Now, at number 2 overall is Jonathan Toews. Obviously, he has had a stellar career so far. He's come off an 81-point season, obviously, with Patrick Kane getting his nice little 100 and something point season, 105, 108, whatever it was. At 80 overall, Jonathan Toews, I think, got an upgrade from last year, which is pretty fair to say. I think Chicago is going to be a better team, and he's getting up there in age. He's like 29 now, 28. And while he did have a couple down years for the past couple years, getting only like in the 50s, 60s, I think he should get another good 1 or 2 seasons maybe to prove that should be 88 or higher. Maybe even 89. We'll see how the season goes. And finally, number 41, we have got Brayden Point. Now, the thing with Brayden Point is that he is a number 2 center in Tampa, because personally Stamkos is the number 1 center. Does he play alongside Kucherov? I'm not necessarily sure, but he did just come off a 92-point season. He still is unsigned RFA, and he definitely wants to be getting paid really badly by Tampa, which is understandable. Now, 89 overall, I don't know, because I'm not sure if it's too overrated. Some could argue that it's fair. He did come off a really good season, so that's obviously one thing to look at. But at the same time, I think you should look at the whole career, not just one season that they had. And that said, I think he should be 88 maybe, but 89 could suit him. We'll see how he does and see if he actually deserves that. So with that being said, those were the 50 to 41 NHL 20 overalls. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for whenever the next one comes out, tomorrow maybe, when we do 40 to 31, and then just give our initial reaction and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess all we can say for now is I hope you guys liked and subscribed. Stay tuned for some more videos. Go check out our fan draft if you haven't already. Pretty fun to record personally. And yeah, peace.